Here on, we told you the news that Isaac Makwala of Botswana is not going to start the 400-metre final later on this evening. It's the last event on the track, hotly anticipated, of course. His great rivalry with Wade van Niekerk is going for the double here, and he didn't appear on the track last night for the 200-metre heats. We were told he had a bug, and then this morning he spoke to our BBC News colleague Natalie Perks and told her that he was heartbroken not to be able to race last night. He felt fine, even though he had been sick, and he expected to be here tonight. That was about 5 or 6 hours ago. Then, just as we came into the stadium tonight, we heard that it was official from the IAAF that he was not going to be racing tonight. We hadn't heard from the Botswanan delegation at that point, but we then heard another update that the Botswana Federation was saying he was going to come. He was going to come here tonight. He was going to try and get into the stadium. And so it appears that is exactly what has happened. And you see him there in the blue top with the headphones and the rucksack, and he's trying to get in, but it would appear that his accreditation has been voided, has been somehow negated, and he's not allowed to come into the stadium. He's being told there by the security that he's not allowed into the stadium. And so he's done what he said. He's come here tonight because he wants to compete. But this is what the IAAF are working on, the basis that Public Health England say that an affected person must remain isolated for 48 hours after the last episode of vomiting or diarrhea. Now, this is recommendations, obviously, from Public Health England. It's not law. It's what they suggest to people who have the norovirus, and the IAAF are taking this to the letter and saying that it's not 48 hours since he was last ill. So, Denise, this is where we are. An athlete being refused entry into a competition.
I do this, you've got children. This is like school ground, you keep your child at home, away from school. This is the World Championships. I've never seen anything like this in ever. I don't know about you, pulling out. I understand you've got to protect other athletes, but if he feels he's strong enough, well enough to compete, surely he should be given an opportunity.
Had he, Paula, been staying on his own in a flat somewhere and not told anyone he was sick, he'd be here tonight. So in terms of his risk, to all and sundry in this stadium, it seems a bit over the top.
He's planning on staying in his lane. He's not planning on coming into close contact with anybody else. And I think what this does is it sends out a dangerous message now, because other athletes who get ill will certainly not be giving away any sign of that. They will be hiding it, and that's then dangerous to their health, because maybe they need medical support. They might be really, really sick, but they're certainly not going to be telling anyone now after they've seen the treatment that he's just had.
And this is a regional vagary as well, Michael, because this is Public Health England. You move this championship to Eugene in 2 years' time, Qatar. Everybody has different regional recommendations. We're not talking the law here.
And I think that this highlights a lack of preparation for this sort of thing and a lack of good decision-making on the fly. These sorts of things will happen. If it's not this, the next time it's something else. And you have to have people who are able to make good decisions and responsible decisions on the fly and in the moment. And I think this represents a lack of preparation and a lack of ability to respond in a way that, look, if this was something that, you talked about they're taking this to the letter. Okay, that may be defensible, but are you taking this to the letter for everyone, or is it just because all we know of right now is it just applied to Isaac Makwala? They haven't put out a statement to all of us saying, hey, this is what we've done, this is what each team has received, this is what has happened in other situations with other athletes. They haven't told us any of that.
We have some more big news. The 100-metre champion Tori Bowie of the United States of America was due to appear in the next 200-metre heat. She is out. Now, she did say ahead of the championships that she was going to make a decision about whether she'd double up or not. It appears she is not, Andrew Coulter.